Game number 1. In blue, Team Rocket. In orange, Flipsid Tactics. Why is my... Alright. I'm going to fix that. For some reason, I swear that the blue was supposed to be on top. I tried to check that in advance. Clearly the blue is not on top, and I'm an idiot. I will fix that after the break. I'm so sorry. Oh, and Kook's here with an own goal. What a start for Team Rocket. Take a look at this tree with a big long-distance shot. Kook's here. Can't quite get the contact on it. Well, maybe not an own goal. It may have technically been one, but it looks like it was going to go in anyway. Kook's here just didn't get the right angle on it. So Team Rocket off to a good start with the first goal of the first game. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going. They've come off of 3 big wins in a row against Team Epic to earn this spot. Marky Duda can't get the finish there, so now Tree going to take it to the corner. Good dribble to get around Mike Rules. Good setup here. Oh, but Doomsy was not on the right side of the goal to make a play on that. Kook's here. Takes to the sky. Good shot here, but it is turned aside by Doomsy. For those of you who like positioning play, here's another example of it. A tree with a nice little floating touch. It's going to go high. Doomsy gets the finish. Team Rocket coming in strong in game number 1 here. Look at this. Tree with a nice floating touch to set it up, and Doomsy rockets in to get the finish. Marky Duda did make first touch on that, but it was not enough. So here we go. Marky Duda gets the face-off into Team Rocket territory. And here comes Kook's here, tries to get the finish, but a little behind. Can't make the contact. Mike Rules does manage to turn it around. And Doomsy gets the clear back into the corner. It's still not out of harm's way. They've got to get it onto the orange side of the pitch if they want to get this out of the way for Flipside to do something with it. And they do. So now Doomsy sets the ball to the wall, but it gets turned away. Another opportunity. The net's wide open. Here comes Cole to the sky. Gets the gentle touch, but Doomsy gets in his way. Oh, no. Good setup here. Kookster turns it aside, however. But Doomsy keeps the ball in play. The pressure still on for Flipside Tactics. Cole with a setup. Doomsy, a little bit of a bad touch, puts the ball back on net. Good setup for Flipside, but nobody there to make a play on it. They've got to keep somebody back in goal, because right now, Flipside's on the attack. They've got to get some equalizers here, and it's not coming so far. Cole with a nice bit of touch. Good dribble to get it around. Doomsy, big finish. Can't get it past Mike Rules. But the ball still in a good spot for Team Rocket. Good setup here. Tree going to try to make the finish. It goes over Kookster's head, but he does get a little bit of touch on it. Cole misses on the aerial attempt. That could have gone in if he was a little more on point. So Tree has to play defense. Everybody gets blown up there and goes flying. Now the fight on the wall. Try and drop back a little bit here so we can see this a bit better. Mike Rules a good shot on goal, but Tree with a nice turn aside puts it into the corner and sets it up along the wall once again. Cole, good opportunity, but Kookster gets the touch he needs to keep it out of harm's way. Mike Rules floats it over Tree's head. Doomsy gets a bit of a setup. Kookster's going to make some contact. It's not enough, though, so Marky Duda has to come in and actually put the mustard on it. Doomsy again tries to make a touch. It gets disrupted. Team Rocket falling back, regrouping. Set up by Mike Rules. I'm sorry, set up by Marky Duda for Mike Rules, but he couldn't get in position for it. Kook's here with a nice little touch. Cole was in a good spot. I don't think he actually made any contact on that, though. So now Team Rocket trying to put the ball up. Here's a good setup. Wide open net. Tree puts it away. A little bit of help from Marky Duda. But take a look at this. Comes off the wall. Tree gets the touch. Marky Duda tries to get in front of it. He just kind of helps push it in. But Tree with that goal puts Team Rocket up 3-0 in this opening game. Team Rocket has taken games off of Flipside before. The thing is, they need to be able to take a series. Team Rocket, if they take this series, could very well stand to win their first tournament today. They actually qualified for this tournament as a result of Europe Cup number 5 and their third place finish. Good setup here. That's going to finally be a goal for Flipside. Kooks here flies in out of nowhere to finish things up. So you can see it's a nice little floating touch by Marky Duda, but it does get put away. Final minute to go, though, so Flipside's going to have to kick it into high gear if they think they're going to actually get this Game 1 victory. Team Rocket wants to do everything they can to stop it. Good save by I Am a Tree to prevent the second goal. That was a critical stop to keep this momentum going. Tree with a nice touch on a wide open net, and he puts the dagger in the heart. At least for Game 1. So take a look at this. He gets past all the defenders, puts a nice touch on, sinks the ball into the orange net. And we are 4-1 in Game 1. 1 minute to go. Less than a minute to go, excuse me. This game may be just too far out of reach for Flipside, but they're going to need to regroup. Come into Game 2. Better strategy. Cole a little out of position. Marky Duda very easily exploited that opportunity. You can see this again. He goes up high to try to make this stop or try to get a deflection. But unfortunately, in doing so, puts himself way out of position, leaves his net wide open, and Flipside will definitely punish that. So here we go. Final 30 seconds are on hand. Flipside needs to score 2 goals in 30 seconds. Is it impossible? Ah, no. Not for Flipside. But is it likely? I'd like to say no. I think Team Rocket's the sort of team that can hold off for now what is 20 seconds. Even a team the likes of Flipside. Cole with a good turnaway. We're coming down to the final 10 seconds here. If they can get it to the 0-second point, then they know this game is won. But look at these offensive opportunities and chances just coming out of left field. And that game will go to Team Rocket. Doesn't matter what happens at this point. You're letting the ball touch the ground. Team Rocket will take this first game. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix this because I'm foolish. And I thought it was one way, but it wasn't. I got this, though. We're going to update this so it's correct. But Team Rocket with a very impressive showing in this first game to go up 1 in the series. But now. They have to keep this momentum going. Keep the play going. And see if they might actually get past the most dominant team in Europe. Can Team Rocket do it? Game 2 coming up right now. Let's get to the other side of the pitch. Here we go. Game number 2 is underway. In blue, Team Rocket. In orange, Flipside Tactics. Team Rocket has this 1-game lead so far in this best-of-5 series. All they need to do is win 2 more. Tree with a nice shot on goal. Marky Duda does disrupt it back there, but Doomsy with a huge wall shot. Look at this again. Marky Duda tries to get the clear. Here comes Doomsy off the wall. Puts it away. Gorgeous shot by Team Rocket. Draws first blood in 17 seconds. Unreal goal. Team Rocket riding this momentum. They need to carry it through. They know that if they get a lead, the pressure's going to turn on like nobody's business in the final minute. But we have to see what happens. Kooks here with a couple of good aerial touches. Oh, and nearly a big finish by Marky Duda, but he couldn't quite get the angle he needed. Ball crosses the plane. Kooks here can't get the touch. Oh, 2 huge offensive opportunities for Flipside Tactics, but they couldn't get finished. Doomsy misses that shot attempt. And the ball back in the blue zone. Stopped by Cole and turned aside, but here comes another shot. Tree tries to get the contact, but it goes off the post. And still, the sheet is clean for Team Rocket. Marky Duda gets a good setup. Net is empty. Marky Duda punishes. You can't leave the net empty on Flipside Tactics. They will punish it. And Marky Duda did just that. floats the touch over Tree's head, and just effortlessly puts it into the net for Flipsid Tactics. So we've got a tied-up game now. Here comes Doomsy. What a response by Doomsy. Comes in off the corner, gets into position to catch his own rebound, gets touched just before Kooksir does, and puts Team Rocket back up 2-1. Flipsid Tactics meeting a very revitalized and energetic Team Rocket. This is a squad that maybe even just a few weeks ago would not have been able to challenge this team. They have faced this squad before many times. This is certainly not the first time Team Rocket and Flipsid Tactics have met. But so far, things are looking really impressive for Team Rocket. I Am a Tree has been an incredible addition to this squad ever since Fisho was unable to compete due to being in Korea. Kooksir with a nice little setup here, but they can't get the finish on. I think they thought it was going to go clear, but Mike Rules gets it past. Look at this shot. A nice touch here by Mike Rules. Amazing move to respond to that missed clear opportunity. Doomsy can't get there in time. I don't think anybody could have gotten there in time. And here is your kickoff. Ball gets knocked into the red zone, the orange zone, the bad zone for Flipside. Good clear here, but there's nobody back there to actually make a play on it. Marky Duda left in shards. That's a good timing opportunity for for Team Rocket. Tree knocks it back, but the gate is open. They can't afford to do that. It's very risky to play too aggressively against Flipside, though it can work, and it has worked so far. It's very risky. Shot on goal there was a little high. No save necessary for Team Rocket, but here comes Kooksir, puts it up high, set up for Mike Rules, tries to get the floater. Doomsy just barely makes that stop. Oh, and Marky Duda gets the hard angle to get his team the lead. Look at this again. So many offensive chances coming. The shot goes off the post. Marky Duda comes in, beats everybody to that far left side of the goal, and puts it away. Half the game is done. Flipside Tactics has a 1-goal lead. Oh, and a big shot by Kooksir, turned aside by Cole. So many offensive chances, however, are coming for Flipside. And Doomsy, a little bit of dribbling work here. He's going to try to put the pressure on, but he couldn't. He probably should have floated it up a little bit because Mike Rules was right there to make an easy stop. Cole keeps the ball into play. It's a very gentle bit of Rocket League right now. Doomsy takes to the sky. Good aerial touch, but it goes off the post. Nobody there to make the completion. Try to back that up. Cole tries to come in. It's going to get turned aside. Sorry for the camera glitch there. Not glitch, just my own faulty camera work. Here we go, playing tight up the wall. Now the opportunity's coming. Tree deflects it into the corner. Doomsy is going to come up to get the necessary clear. Cole puts a little pressure on it to get the setup. That ball's in a good spot for Team Rocket, but it does get knocked gently aside by Kooksir. It's actually a very good stop. And now, back on net. Here comes Cole. Good touch. Kooksir with the stop. Again, another stop. Tree going to come up to midfield, keep the ball in the orange zone. Here comes Doomsy. Tries to work it past Marky Duda, but cannot do it. So now we're hanging around midfield. Team Rocket has to score a goal here to get back into this game. Still a long series ahead of us. Oh, but Cole, wide open net, and he's going to tie it up at 49 seconds. I cannot believe that Flipside Tactics just left the gate wide open for Cole, who just effortlessly, why can't I not say that word? Effortlessly puts it away. I'm having a rough time today. I'm going to stop saying that word. Who puts it in easy. Now off the kickoff, back in the orange zone. A lot of game left to play. Cole sets it into the corner. Tries to get a setup here. Going on the final 30 seconds. The net's left wide open. They missed that opportunity. Tree stops Kooksir from making a follow-up. Cole gets the setup. Team Rocket looking for a goal here. Not a good clear there by Kooksir, but Marky Duda with a critical stop. Doomsy tries to get the aerial finish, but cannot do it. 20 seconds left to play. Cole keeps it in the danger zone for Flipside Tactics. Mike Rules gets a necessary stop. We're going to the final 10. Can Team Rocket get the win before overtime? Can Flipside get the win before overtime? Because the ball's back on their side. It looks like we are probably going to overtime, but that ball has not touched the ground yet. Rule number 1, Marky Duda tries to make the touch, and nothing doing. 3-3, overtime. We are going to do it. Who will get this win? Tree with a good goal to start things off, but it is turned aside by Mike Rules. Here comes Doomsy with a good follow-up. Tries to squeak it past, but Mike Rules makes another major stop. Marky Duda stops the clear. Cole backing up the wall. Good setup here for Doomsy, but they can't make it happen. Now the pressure's on. Tree comes off the wall. Good shot here. Kooksier does turn it away. So now, they're trying their best. They have some great positioning here. They're keeping somebody always in an opportunity, but here comes Flipside. Marky Duda's going to get a nice gentle touch. Tries to level it up for Kooksier to really drive it in there, but no. They are able to turn it aside. Team Rocket keeps this game alive. Now, Cole, good floating shot, but doesn't manage to get it past Kooksier. Marky Duda putting it back in the blue zone. Now trying to get a touch. A good little bit of a setup here. But Tree easily able to turn that away. But here we go. Flipside Tactics putting the pressure on. Still, they can't get a shot directly on goal, but this time, net's wide open! And Marky Duda with the critical overtime goal puts this game in the books for Flipside Tactics. That will tie this series up at 1 game apiece. So what we've taken away so far is that this is not the same Team Rocket that Flipside Tactics has dealt with before. This is not the same Team Rocket that really kind of got, I would say, clobbered the last time they took a game off of Flipside. But a big goal to put their team up in a very good spot. So now, game number 3, each team with a good spot, in a good spot, so to say, to really do something with this series. Neither team has owned this whole competition so far. Really could go either way, but once again, Team Rocket in blue, Flipside Tactics in orange. We are in game number 3. Series is all knotted up here. This is going to be a very close matchup between these two teams. Oh, and a good attempt by Doomsy to try and put something on net, but it doesn't happen. I Am a Tree, though, left in shards. Now Flipside trying to exploit that opportunity, but they cannot do it. Kooksier, good high shot, but it's just a little off point. Kooksier has the accuracy of a sniper sometimes. Doomsy with a nice little floating shot, and Kooksier turns it away. On the offensive or defensive side of the ball, Kooksier is probably one of the best players in Rocket League. Oh, and a good follow through by Marky Duda. Tree can't get to it in time. Look at this beautiful setup. Mike Rules taps it, squeezes it into midfield. Marky Duda floats it over everybody. Tree just cannot get there in time. So now, only 37 seconds in. Flipside Tactics up 1-0. Good centering shot. A little off point, but they do tend to do that quite a bit. I think they do it to kind of fool their opponents a bit. But Team Rocket's leaving the net wide open. That's a hard move to do. Doomsy in a defensive spot. No, Marky Duda can't finish. Both of those shots went off of the far wall. And now, a bit of a brawl. They are fighting for it. And Cole does manage to win it a little bit, but here comes Mike Rules, tries to get the setup. Kooksier takes to the sky. Doomsy gets to it first and sends the ball aside. So now, Team Rocket on the attack. Good centering opportunity. Tree tries to come up, hits it off the wall. Didn't get quite the touch he needed. Cole manages to stop that defensive, or that offensive opportunity. But now the net is still wide open, and Tree, oh, gets detonated, but he does manage to get the ball out of position. Cole with another big stop. And the ball is going to be turned back onto Flipside's side of the pitch. But look at that. Once again, a good floating touch over the defenders. Leaves the net wide open for Marky Duda, who comes in and just drills it into the net. Flipside Tactics looks like they might have a good control over this game, but there's a lot of Rocket League to play. 3 whole minutes. Could be just enough time for Team Rocket to get this game equalized. But they're going to have to play a lot differently than how they're playing thus far. The previous 2 games, they've looked really good. So far, they're having a hard time getting opportunities, but here comes Doomsy with a big aerial goal. Doomsy, the sniper, the striker for Team Rocket. Take a look at this shot. Comes in high, puts it into the net. Excellent goal by Doomsy to close the gap for Team Rocket. They're going to have to keep this up, though. And against Flipside Tactics, easier said than done. Good floating touch by Kooks here to disrupt the play. But it's back in the corner. Cole waiting to respond to this setup. He gets a setup on the opportunity now. Doomsy, no, he couldn't quite get the angle on it. A good clear there by Kooks here to blow everything out of proportion. Doomsy tried to get a finish on there. Doomsy had a good angle on it, but he came off just a little wide. And now Doomsy keeps the ball in the orange zone for now. Here comes Cole. Good little floating touch. Kooks here, though, backs it up nicely. Now they got to get that out of the way. Doomsy sends it to the corner, thankfully, and prevents Team Rocket from getting another goal scored against them. Here we go. Tree and Doomsy coming up. Kooks here has to make the critical stop, and he does. Whether it's critical stops or critical goals, Kooks here might be your man to make those plays happen. Here we go. Cole with a nice little setup. Doomsy comes in a bit of a rough angle. Can't quite actually make something happen. Now, ball at center pitch. Kooks here. Big floating shot. Gets set up high. Marky Duda tries to come in for the finish. Oh! And Doomsy can't get there in time. Got a very light touch on that rebound, but that's all it took because nobody was in that spot to stop it. Flipside Tactics in a 2-goal lead position now with 1.5 minutes to play. Is that going to be enough? It very well could be. Cole gets another centering opportunity. Touches it gently, tries to float it over the net, but it doesn't get the right angle, so Marky Duda is going to have to play it off the wall. But no, Doomsy keeps it in. Kooks here can't get the clear. However, it is... Oh, it's bounced around a little too tightly. Oh, but here's a great setup by Cole, but nobody there to do the finish. So now it's back for Flipside. They do lose a bit of control over it, so they can't actually make a play happen. Now, Cole puts it to the corner. Gonna try to set it up for Doomsy or for Tree. Oh, Doomsy was in a pretty good spot, but it did get deflected by Mike Rules. So now Tree with a light touch stops Marky Duda from getting a lot of solid contact on that. To the sky goes Doomsy, and he puts the ball back in position. I don't think Team Rocket is going to be able to turn this around. 2 goals in 30 seconds is a daunting task to try to take against a team the likes of Flipside Tactics. And it looks like game number 3 is probably going to go to this dominant squad. There's Kooks here with another huge last-second save. Final few seconds of play. And that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3 is going to go to Flipside Tactics. So right now, Team Rocket on the verge of potentially being eliminated and moving into that 3rd place match. We shall see. But here we go. Game number 4 on the verge. This could be the deciding game for Flipside to move into the finals and take on Swarm. 2 very big wins are necessary for Team Rocket. If they don't get these 2 wins, they are done going into the 3rd place matchup. Good little flip. Okay. What happened? What really happened there? Doomsy off the kickoff 2 seconds into this game. Nobody there to stop the light touch. And here we go. So already Team Rocket off to a great early start off of a just awkward kickoff setup. Now Tree gets a bit of a floating touch, tries to set it up for somebody. Doomsy's going to come in for the finish. And he does. Less than 16 seconds into this matchup, and we are already 2 goals in for Team Rocket. They want this. They want this bad. And they are off to a superb start. 4:44 left to play. Team Rocket already up 2-0. If they can keep this heat up, then they may have a very easy time on their road to game number 5. But they have to keep it up. 2 goals is certainly not insurmountable with this amount of time, but oh, a big critical save by Tree. Nice centering shot. Cole is going to be able to drive it back upfield. Doomsy clears to the corner to Tree, who gets a nice little setup. That was almost a little bit of that superb Team Rocket teamwork that we're used to. But unfortunately, it's a little off point. Ball in the corner. Waiting to see who's going to do something with this. Marky Duda tries to get that touch to disrupt the angle. Nothing doing, however. Back onto the orange side of the pitch. Cooksier gets the clear. Marky Duda with a nice floating touch gets it over Cole's head. That could have been a goal, but fortunately Team Rocket was able to respond in time. Doomsy still playing a lot of big defense. Tree with that huge last second save. And here comes Cooksier, another attempt, and that one is definitely going to go in. That was just a lot of pressure that was going to be nearly impossible for Team Rocket to really fight off against. You can see the positioning of everybody, just constant attacks on goal. And now, 1 goal is the difference with 3.5 minutes to play. And already, the offensive attack starts up again for Flipsid Tactics, but fortunately they keep the ball alive. Going back downfield. Oh, Tree with a little bit of a bad touch. Cole has to come up to try and clear it out. They do manage to get it in a pretty good spot, but Cooksier's there to stop it. Doomsy puts it up on the corner. He's going to try to set something up, possibly for Cole here. No, Cole's going to put it back in the corner. Hopefully something can happen. They're going to have to fall back, however. Tree with a good shot to disrupt that. Sets it up across the net, but that's a good spot for Flipside Tactics. You've got to clear it further than that if you're going to try and stop Flipside Tactics. Look at this setup. Perfect angle. Cooksier squeezes it past Cole. That's the type of angle that Flipside will take advantage of all day. They make shots from that angle all the time. I've seen it constantly. Now Doomsy playing it up the boards. We have a tied game now. Good setup there by Cole. Tree tries to float it in. It goes high off the crossbar. Nobody back there to try a second attempt on it, however. And now, the offensive pressure. Back on. Oh, and a big goal for Cooksier. That was an ugly one. Mainly ugly for Team Rocket. Gets the rebound. Cooksier gets the touch. Cole and Tree are just left there dazed. No way to respond to that. I don't even think they expected it. Doomsy did make contact on that clear, but they couldn't get it out. So now, ball set up. Another float in. Again, the pressure's on. Mike Rules tried to get that little floating touch off just in time, but couldn't do it. Here comes Cooksier again, and goal number 4. Flipside has turned the heat on, and they are not letting up one bit. And I think despite Team Rocket's best efforts, this might not be enough to stop the most dominant team in Europe. However, the fight was much closer this time. I've seen a lot of games with Team Rocket. No, wait, a big finish attempt by Tree, but he can't quite do it. Good disruption there by Mike Rules. It's not completely out of reach yet. There's still a lot of opportunity here for Team Rocket to do something, but they can't let opportunities like this happen. Oh, and a big save by Doomsy. Manages to turn Kooksir aside. That was a huge opportunity that was denied. Another floating touch. Kooksir tries to clear it up. Cole tries to stop it, but they do manage to break it. Kooksir is a dangerous player. I mean, you've got to be really careful. When I see his name come by, I'm thinking, okay, Flipside's about to score here. But now, here comes all of Team Rocket. Cole holding back a little bit. Doomsy's going to have to fall back on the rotation. Keeps the ball in play. And now another offensive setup. There it is. Kooksir tries. Here comes Marky Duda. And he gets the big touch. Take a look at this. Marky Duda gets that beautiful touch off the setup. Team Rocket was out of position. And this game is getting further and further out of Team Rocket's reach. I'm not going to lie. I'm buddies with Team Rocket. I think I talk to Doomsy and Tree all the damn time. But I am always in awe when I watch Flipside Tactics play. As a team unit, they are probably one of the best teams in the world. Definitely the best team in Europe. You see this kind of teamwork maybe out of squads like Untethered in North America. But they have a star player in Kooksir. Whether it's offense, defense, the man is everywhere. Oh, and there's a big goal. I'm a little astounded by this. Long distance here. Nobody in net. Big goal opportunity, so he's going to close the gap a little bit. But it's going to be mighty hard to put 2 goals up in 33 seconds against Flipside Tactics. But let's see. Do you believe in miracles? If so, start giving Team Rocket your energy now, because they're going to need it. Down to the final 20 seconds. Another big offensive opportunity for Team Rocket. Disrupted by Kooksir. They can't get the finish. Again, though, the net wide open. Another touch. They're going to try to move it in here. Here comes Doomsy. Can't make the contact. Not enough time. It's just not there. And Flipside Tactics. This game might still be going on, but we all know that it is over. Flipside Tactics will take game number 4, and they will, thusly, take the series.